subtraction principle. When solving a linear equation to find a solution, our goal is to have the variable on one side of the equal sign. Subtraction principle is to move a positive term, then we do the opposite and subtract. However, anything we do to the one side of the equal sign, we must do to the other side as well. And it is very important to show all your work. So let's go look at some examples so how we can do this. Example 1. Find the voltage drop of one resistor in a circuit if the total voltage is 12.5 volts and the second resistor has a voltage drop of 6 volts. Use this equation below to help solve. So now we have 12.5 is equal to x plus 6. So we want this variable on its own, so we're going to go ahead and subtract 6. And we're going to do it to both sides, as whatever we do to one side, we'll do to the other. So then we're just left with x, as this becomes 0. So now we have, on the left-hand side of the equal sign, 12.5 minus 6. So we can go ahead and get our calculators out now. So now we have 12.5 minus 6, which is 6.5. And then this is volts for our units. We can go like this. So let's go look at another example. In another electrical series circuit, find the voltage drop in one resistor of the circuit if the total voltage is 11.25 volts, and the second resistor has a voltage drop of 5.5 volts. Use the equation to help solve. So here we have our equation. Let's go ahead and rewrite this. So we want to get x on its own, so we're going to subtract 5.5 on the left-hand side of the equal sign, and we'll also have to do it to the other side, because whatever we do, we must do to the other side. So now we're just left with x below on the left-hand side, and let's go ahead and go 11.25 minus 5.5 equals 5.75. And then this is also volts for our units. So let's do another example. Example 3. What is the resistance of the second resistor if the total resistance is 19 ohms and the first resistor is 12 ohms? So we're going to use the equation below to help us solve. So now we have 19 is equal to x plus 12. So what we'll do is we will subtract 12 on both sides to get x all by itself on the left-hand side. So now we're left with just x, as the 12 minus 12 is 0. So now we have 19 minus 12, which is equal to 7. So x equals 7 ohms. And so what this really means, right, if we were to plug this back in, right, just to show, we have 19 equals, now instead of putting x, we'll put in 7. So 7 plus 12. So that now becomes 19 equals 19. So that checks out. So x is equal to 7. That's how you could verify if you have the correct answer. So let's do one final example. Use the equation below to help us solve for x. So let's go ahead and rewrite this. So we will subtract 22 on both sides. This becomes 0, so we're left with just x equals, so let's go ahead and go 45 minus 22 equals 23. And that would be our solution to this problem.